Alright, I'm going to talk about vocab list number 10. I'll go through the words, the definitions, and some of the examples. The first 10, as per usual, are the root words. The first one is flex or flect, which means bend. That one I think is obvious because flex, if you are flexing material or something, you are bending it. Like flexible, to bend. The inflexibility, prefix in meaning not, you are not flexible. And then flu, fluck, and fluv, meaning flowing, like fluid or fluently or fluctuate are pretty obvious there. Even flush out of your system, flush the toilet, flushing downstream. If you look flushed, blood is flowing to your face. And influence is less of a physical flushing and more like influence in terms of the thought process flowing from one person to another. Form means, form or shape. Like if something is uniform, meaning like universal, like all people, all the same form. Like you wear a uniform for school. Conform, meaning together, form meaning form. So if you conform to society's expectations, you are coming together to form into what society thinks you should be doing. Fort or fork means strong. Like to fortify is to strengthen. You fortify your body with vitamins, or you fortify a snow fort with more snow, like a fortress. If you have fortitude, you have strength and perseverance, usually despite odds. And then fract or frag means to break. Like if you get a fracture, you break your leg. If you have an infraction, that's normally like you break the rules. If you have an infraction in school, you've broken a rule. Something is fragile, it is breakable. A fraction is one part of something, as if it were broken up into several parts. Gam means marriage. Bigamy, marriage between, like you have two spouses. Monogamy, mono meaning one spouse. Polygamy, you have many spouses, like that shows sister wives. Then gastro means stomach, like gastronomic has to do with either issues or something in terms of the stomach. Gen means birth, race, or produce, which sounds different, but birth as in to produce one person and race as in to produce many people. So they are related. Like the genesis of an idea is the beginning, the birthing of this idea, the beginning of it. Your genetics make up who you are from birth, how you are produced. Your genealogy is kind of the history of that. Geo, next, means earth. Geology, ology meaning study of, geo meaning earth. So a geologist is a scientist who studies the earth. Geography, graph meaning write. So a lot of these should be repetitive at this point. Writing about the earth is literally what this word means. And you know geography as in from maps and mapping out, writing about what the earth looks like in real life, but writing it on paper. Germ means vital part. And that's more of a, like a plant term or biological term. Germ.
I think it was like
Next, graph
12 or 13
means write or
APS.
record, like I just said earlier. Graphite, a pencil, you are writing something has a graphic in it. Like if you're reading a book that has graphics or a movie that has graphics, it has some specialized writing. Or auto, think back to auto meaning self, autograph, your own record of yourself. Okay, we're moving down to the prefixes and the suffixes. Hetero means mixed or unlike. If I say that my class is heterogeneous, that means that it is a mix of different types of students and ability levels. A bioterm, heterozygous, when there's two very different parts of one thing, versus homo, meaning the same or alike. If I say my second block is homogeneous, all of the student ability levels or types are very similar to homogenized or homozygous. Homeostasis is another bioterm. I think a lot of these are biological terms, which you will get to in a couple of years. But that is a condition of being alive, or a type of process that a living thing is going through, where everything is kind of standard and it is stable.
Well, the max level starts.
Okay, item means the same as something previously mentioned. Identity, how you continue to define yourself over time. Individual. And then the suffixes, ity and t, state of, quality of. Celebrity, the state of being celebrated. Captivity, the state of being captive. Clarity, the state of being clear. Ive, iv, causing, making. These are generic. You know how I feel about suffixes. Abusive, causing abuse. Exhaustive, causing exhaustion. Eyes and eyes, meaning to make. When you emphasize, you make an emphasis. Exercise. No, you're not making an exorcism. It's spelled differently. Oh. As in exerting yourself. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Logy, I mentioned earlier, study of science of theory of biology, the study of bio, which we know means life. Anthropology, the study of anthrop, which we know means man. Geology, the study of what we know is earth. Neurology, the study of neurons. And then finally, ly, ly, manner of or like. So if you do something carelessly, it is in the manner of being careless. So ly normally makes something and a word an adverb. You would use it to describe an adjective or a verb. Like you would throw your book carelessly, describing throw, which is a verb. Or run into the classroom carelessly. So normally ly you have to add to a verb or to another adjective. Not always, but often. Like you said your persuasive speeches fearlessly, describing how you said them, so that was a verb. Alright, and that is your vocab list number 10. If any of those don't make sense, please see me. Otherwise, this will be your list for this week.